show, the fast 5 things you need to know. We'll start your day off swirly, it's the toast. I sound amazing.
Welcome back to the toast and happy Wednesday. It is hump day. And I literally feel like a humpback whale. So things I did that, hey, Jax, how you doing?
She's celebrating.
She's on brand.
Theme. Hey, Turtaloo. I'm doing good. I didn't even realize it was hump day because like my week is split in 2 because today I'm traveling. It's a travel day. Hence why I look the way I do. I'm not even wearing shoes. It's just a mess.
Oh my God, she's so crazy.
And I'm getting my hair cut tonight, so I didn't do my hair. So it's just like one of those like travel day episodes where Chris Appleton comes in and tells you you're ugly.
Yeah, I do want to say, like, upon seeing you this morning, like, I thought you looked totally beautiful.
Oh my God, thank you. I mean, I did like do all my makeup and like it's like I brushed my hair and put it in a bun. I guess, I don't know. It's the lack of shoes that's throwing me off. But I'm able to sit crisscross applesauce and I'm cozy as heck.
I don't wear shoes all the time on the show. Like, as long as you're wearing socks, you're in the clear.
By the way, I will never know what's going on with your feet because I can't see your feet.
No, but when I guess. I also have a busy day kind of preparing for your arrival. I have a lot of things I need to do in preparation.
Give you some errands. A lot
the
goes
eagle
into,
is landing.
A lot goes into me arriving.
We got to get the strollers out of storage. I got to hit the kosher grocer to make sure there's cut up fruit and rotisserie chicken. Like, there's lots to do. Now, I know obviously your day is much harder. My day is no walk in the park.
No, and I did feel bad even asking you for anything considering
No.
like you're going through a lot. But I do know like you do make your way to the kosher grocer. So I was like,
I do.
Your travels, and I know you always like to come with stuff, and so you were probably going anyway. So I was like, can I request a chicken?
I'm also at the phase of pregnancy where like laying around like doesn't make me feel good. And even though I like begrudgingly leave the house and go for walks and like just do random shit, like I'm literally getting 3 manicures a week because being out of the house, I do think is better for me. I get better sleep at night. Like I need to be doing stuff. So you giving me stuff to do, it's okay.
That's funny. I understand. I actually did get a manicure yesterday.
Parji.
My new nails, Parji.
Speaking of Parji, I'm so excited about a new development at Toast headquarters. We've always had really cute Instagram stickers. Like if you search for GIFs on your Instagram stories, if you search like The Toast or Oshry or Girl with No Job, you'll be able to find ones we've had made that say like our isms. Now they say premium content, they say PJOM, they say nothing of the sort. There's a little thing of Theo. I gotta get one of Romeo. We haven't updated them in a while.
About and Brutus?
Bruno's not there.
Right. So like you have Theo, you want to get Romeo, but not Bruno, who's given his all to the show yesterday.
To be honest, the little GIF we have of Theo actually looks more like Bruno.
And it also looks like Romeo. I don't think we need separate ones. They're all twins, by the way.
Whatever.
To the
I'm
untrained eye.
I'm getting off track.
Untrained eye, they all look the same.
Yesterday, we published new stickers because we need a sticker. Like sometimes you take a picture. Sometimes you take a picture of like a beautiful landscape or a cocktail or whatever you're posting on your story, and it's just like Parji, you know? And you need a sticker that represents that. So there are now Parji, Parjalicious, and Garji Parji stickers that you can search on Instagram and put on your Instagram stories to narrate something that you find Parjalish.
But I also think we should make more stickers like in different fonts because right now it's like, I love it, the word art one, but like maybe something also a little more aesthetic, like
no, for
Meghan
sure.
Markle handwriting. Maybe we could contract her to write us one.
Yeah, lives to complain. I got them up in like 2 hours and I had them all made. Like, please, my God, always critiquing me.
How'd you get them made?
I have my ways.
Word art?
No. I have my ways. I got them up literally in 2 hours. Like, sorry that you're critical.
I'm glad we have something. And sometimes that's the vibe. I used them last night. I was an early adapter. I was an early adapter.
You were the first one to use it. You make one, like however you think is most Parji. Send it to me. I'll get it uploaded.
Okay. Maybe I could even do my handwriting. Embrace my inner Meghan.
Kind of like people who get tattoos.
Yeah.
Of like handwriting.
We're so authentic. We can't even pay for a font. Also,
fonts are expensive.
They are expensive. Go with the free ones, but then the good ones are like you have to pay for.
Well, I did go with the free ones, and now I'm getting criticized on my own podcast.
I don't think it was a criticism. I think it was just like an enhancement, and also this. You know what I mean?
Okay. No, you're giving me jobs. Like,
I wasn't
that's what
saying
you're doing.
instead of. I'm saying, and also, like, I'm just really excited. Sorry. Excitement.
No, I'm excited too. I can't wait to see what you come up with.
Thanks. It's just like fun. The more, the merrier.
For sure. So excited.
Very, very thrilling. You also today look like you work in finance, like in a good way.
Oh my God, I do. Let me tell you. So I'm at the stage of pregnancy where like this Skims maternity top and these Lululemon size 16 leggings like are the only things that really make me feel comfortable. So I have to put on different things on top of it to like switch it up for the podcast. I own one vest. It's also hot in here, so I can't wear like a sweater or cardigan every day. It's getting warmer. It's spring.
A vest is great.
A vest is great. I only have one vest. I wore it last week, so I have to wait till next week to like wear it again. So I was like, Ben, do you have a vest? The vest was disgusting.
Yeah, I used to work at Goldman Sachs. Here you go.
No, this is like it's a golf vest, which is like the finance correlation. It's like a Patagonia. I look like such a douche lord. Like when Ben got out of the shower and I was like dressed wearing his vest, he was like, "What are you wearing?"
She's going to sell stocks.
I literally don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
I think it's a cool look. You should also wear a hat and a backpack.
No.
I think you look cool. It's like a nice vibe.
No, it's definitely like a unique choice. I'm comfortable, and at this moment in time, like that's really all I can care about.
And it's like cold in New York. I looked at the weather. It was a low of 37.
Yeah, but it's
of
like
53. That's
yeah,
not that high.
I walked to work today. It wasn't like
Did you wear a jacket over your vest?
I did, and I was hot.
Interesting.
But I'm going to be traversing all day running errands for you, so I thought I might need a coat.
No, a vest is perfect because like you'll be hot in a coat, but you do need pockets.
You said that vest was disgusting.
They were real that day. I wore a vest. Because that vest was disgusting.
Vests are so kind of amazing. Like my armpits feel so free.
That.
A big hit.
No, vests are amazing because it's like, here, have a pocket. Say no more.
Right. Here, cover your love handles.
Yeah. I may wear a vest with this because I like wearing a vest on the plane for the pockets.
It's a good thing to wear on a travel day.
For my ID. So it can fall out of the pocket.
For your ID, yes.
Yeah, and my phone.
Chapstick.
Trips to the Cape.
Maybe you'll find money in here. No.
Because he was making
from
all
Ben,
that money.
From finance. No, him betting people on the golf course, you know?
Yeah.
Or like tip money for the caddy. There's no money in here. Should have known better.
I'm sorry.
Well, we have a great show today because we have the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills recap at the end of today's episode. We also have the Fast 5 stories that you need to know. And how are those stories that you need to know? Do you really need to know them, you think?
They came together in a meaningful way. And the stories, I would say, like, are showing up for us today. Strong, but
it's so important.
Small but mighty stories.
It's important that we show up for one another in meaningful ways.
And that you like the way that you are showing up for yourself. That's a new thing people like to say. I didn't like how I was showing up for myself. I
actually haven't heard that one.
Oh, I've been seeing that a lot. Like, you need to
and
show
what does that
up
mean?
for yourself. Claudia, I don't know. It's like the new ism. I feel like it just means like how I am.
Like your mood?
No, just like, if you say I don't like how I am right now, say that's what you're trying to say. I wasn't showing up.
But in what essence? I don't like how I physically look. I don't like my mental state.
Mental state. Like I'm not happy.
Okay.
Say I'm not happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's,
I think.
Your disposition.
Yeah. Like I'm just like not in a good place. They would say, I wasn't showing up for myself in a way that I was happy with or was proud of. Just
like.
That's the new, just look out for it. I'm telling you, I called you on holding space for two things.
Yes.
We
were a little late to that, actually. That one really took off.
Watch out for showing up. Now we're not holding, we're showing.
I can promise our listeners that I'm going to show up today in a way that I am proud of.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, as much as we can do in a Safi, we're trying to, even though like we've already screwed the pooch, we're incapable of doing the Safis anymore.
The thing is it's so crazy because
we
do a daily show.
Nasafi is an opposite of Nalafi, and Nalafi is a nice long one for you.
And we're talking about the length of our episodes. Yes, they have been getting long. We haven't done an episode under an hour in years. And the crazy part of that is that you would think that because we do a daily show, we do 5 times more episodes than the average podcast. Like you would think that it would be enough. And not only for us, like we would have enough time to say what we need to say, but also like the listeners would have enough. Let me tell you, the longer our episodes, the better our numbers. Like people want 2 episodes a day now. Like that's kind of becoming a new podcast format, multiple episodes a day, kind of like mimicking like, I guess like cable where like there's things on all day. You like release podcasts all day. Don't expect that from us.
No,
don't.
And there's our like Nasafis.
Yeah, they're like 15 minutes.
And it's like, is anyone actually listening? Because what are they saying?
All that to say, you would think that like that would be enough. Meanwhile, at the end of every week, I'm like, oh my God, I forgot to talk about like 6 things on the toast this week. Meanwhile, every episode went extra long. We're pushing 90 minutes almost on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. Even days where we're recording early today because Jackie has a flight, like just trying to cushion for time. You'll be late to your flight. Don't worry.
Thanks
You're
so
welcome.
much. So yeah, I think like without further ado, we should get into the Fast 5 stories that you do need to know.
Okay, I did also just want to share like one personal anecdote. I'm sorry, before...
It better be so good. I just
Oh, it's not. Okay. It's really not.
Really?
So I'll
Okay,
move
now
on.
I'm curious.
No, I just wanted to share, like, of course I'm not buying anything for this next chapter of my life. Like, there's nothing going on, nothing coming in, coming out. But I did purchase a new chair for my home. It's a chair that reclines. It's a chair that rocks back and forth. Well, no, actually, I did receive a gifting. Thank you so much.
You should know better.
For putting me on the spot. Yes, I didn't purchase it. And I just, I've been needing a new place to sit and just sort of relax. And let me tell you, it really makes me jealous of the people who like have their nurseries ready like 3 months in, because the excitement that this one chair has brought me, it's not normal.
Well, new furniture is always exciting, especially a cozy chair.
I've been spending a lot of time in my own little corner in my own little chair where I can be whatever I want to be.
And I'll use the chair while I'm there.
Yes, that's why I got it. I got it because Jackie's coming to town and I know she loves to sit. And I thought that was a good use of my gifting, is to get a chair for my sister to sit in.
Yeah, like this week, you never know when a nap is going to need to happen.
Right, and I don't want you to be at my home and like kind of befall.
Not be able to rock my child to sleep. Like that would be insane.
Right. Or even yourself.
Or even yourselves.
So yeah, it wasn't like an amazing anecdote. I just like was sharing a personal update. I'll never do it again.
A lot of pressure on an Asafi day.
Now this Asafi is brought to you by Booking.com.
I'm not doing it because you put me down.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I did make fun of Jackie last time. This episode of The Toast is brought to you by Booking.com. Yeah. Every time we use Booking.com to find a place to stay in the U.S., we know that they're going to have exactly what we're looking for. They have a huge variety of options, from hotels to vacation rentals, and we know that we can find exactly what we're looking for. I've really found that Booking.com has something for everyone and every type of trip. Not all vacations are created equally, and like sometimes you're going on a trip with your whole family, and your whole family has a million kids, and you need a full house, one that has like multiple bedrooms, multiple garages, a play area, a kitchen, a kitchenette. And that's obviously one type of trip. Sometimes you and your man are going on like a no kids beachfront vacation and you need something pargy in like a really luxe hotel with 5-star service, beachfront access. Sometimes you're headed to New York to see your delicious sister and visit her new studio that you've never seen before. And you need something, centrally located. You need something with fabulous views. Booking.com has you covered no matter what type of trip it is that you're looking for. And us as world travelers, we can't be stopped. My passport is literally expired. I actually realized it yesterday. I'm in the process of getting it renewed, but I have to take a new picture. Not gonna happen. No matter who you are, Booking.com helps you find the stay that's ridiculously right for you. So find exactly what you're looking for at Booking.com. Yeah. I'm sorry I made fun of you. Do it one time and I won't say anything.
Booking.com. Yeah. I like it.
Okay, that was really good. I'm not gonna lie. Today's episode is also brought to you by Beekeepers Naturals. What's Beekeepers Naturals? Well, they're on a mission to reinvent the medicine cabinet. They merge modern science with natural medicine to create clean, effective products that actually work. Propolis, which is their hero ingredient, is the medicine of the beehive, and they deliver antioxidants, vitamin C, iron, B vitamins, and uniquely beneficial compounds that support immune health. So if you're looking to feel your best, kind of ward off sickness, I know it's like a really popular brand amongst parents who have young kids because the kids are always coming home with like crapola, but also like I don't want to get sick ever. Yeah. And so I feel like Beekeepers Naturals is such a great product to have in your medicine cabinet when you feel a little bit of a tickle. That propolis comes through. I love their spray. Oh, look, Jackie's sneezing. It's true. So propolis is the defender of the beehive. It's a powerful combination of plant and tree resin and enzymes that are made by bees. We all know bees are like, we also a bee movie, We know how important they are to the ecosystem.
Any better.
Well, someone hasn't been taking her Beekeepers Naturals, and thankfully I have a code for you, Jax. Today, they're offering our listeners an exclusive offer. If you go to beekeepersnaturals.com/toast, or just enter the code TOAST, you're going to get 20% off your order. That's beekeepersnaturals.com/toast, or enter code TOAST. Beekeepers Naturals. It's also available at Target, Whole Foods, Amazon, CVS, and Walgreens. Some of our favorite products from them, if you're looking to like an intro on where to start, their immune support, Propolis Immune Support Throat Spray is
that one
of my faves. Like I think it's their best product for sure.
The kids love it too. When I spray it on them, they're like, huh?
Also, if you need a cough syrup, they make a great one.
I love that. Thank you. You know how when someone talks about lice, your head gets itchy? Like you talking about like the pollen and the need for the sneeze made me sneeze. Thanks, Coach.
Someone talking about lice making your head itchy is such a real experience.
Right. Like that's what that was. You were like going in depth on 6th season and I had a reaction. Let's get into the story, shall we?
I guess.
Our first story, which I know is really near and dear to your heart, and actually both of our hearts, it's a kind of a...
It's a combo.
It's a combo of our favorite subjects. I wouldn't say for like our queens.
Are you talking about Gwyneth and Meghan?
Yeah, but like I wouldn't say Meghan is my queen, you know? I think it's a little more complicated than that.
Yeah, you're a little too critical of her, like in an honest and endearing way, to have her be considered your queen, whereas like Gwyneth could seriously kill somebody and I would find a way to defend it.
So we're just like heavily interested in both of them, but like as a Queen Elizabeth stan, like Meghan will never be my queen. Sorry. She is my queen.
Rip.
Meghan Markle and Gwyneth Paltrow addressed their rumored beef during a surprise hangout. So over the last few days, we talked about it a little bit last week. Gwyneth was asked about Meghan. She gave a very non-shady response that everyone took to be shady. And then she posted a video of herself making breakfast in her kitchen, just like a party vibe, eggs, bacon, coffee, Montecito, and put on the song Everlasting Love over the video. And people really took that to be a dig at Meghan. And honestly, I thought it was a little shady. Oh my God. Also, I don't know, just the way it was being positioned, I was like, oh, is this a shade?
No way. Honestly, I saw people pitting them against each other before there was anything to even work on, because they're in a similar, it's the same thing that happened with Kourtney Kardashian. Like, people just assume that if you're encroaching on the wellness space, like Gwyneth is the queen, and time after time, she shows you exactly who she is. She does not care about other women entering the space. She's extremely supportive. She's also extremely secure in her own business. Like, no one's really gonna come. Goop is $1 billion company. Like, good luck, everybody else. Please join me up here. I welcome you. She has never done what people thought she's gonna do when like another female celebrity enters the wellness space. So with this Meghan thing, it was like, did we learn nothing from Kourtney Kardashian? There's no world in which Gwyneth would have given a shit or like felt competitive or shady towards Meghan. I think if anything, like, so but before even the Instagram story or the Vanity Fair, people had been commenting being like, oh, Gwyneth is rolling over. And she's not. She wasn't. I never thought for 1 second that Gwyneth like had anything negative to say or think about Meghan.
I took her at her word because she's not like a jealous or competitive person, and like we've seen that time and again. But I thought when she posted that breakfast video, and maybe I don't see enough of her content, maybe she posts that all the time. So like
she does.
This was unlike it. But when it was like framed like that and she used the song, I thought maybe she was just like stunting a little. Like,
no,
this is how you do breakfast in Montecito.
She's known for her breakfast. She does #boyfriend breakfast. When she started dating Brad Falchuk, this is what I made my boyfriend for breakfast. And now she like always calls it boyfriend breakfast. I've seen her make like 1,000 breakfasts.
Right.
It's so, if you know Gwyneth like I do on like a deep spiritual, emotional like level, you never thought anything of it.
So she did a Q&A on her Instagram. Someone asked her, are you comprehending the Meghan Markle beef that social media says you two have? And she's like, no, I don't understand this at all. And she turns to the camera. She's like, do you understand this? And it's Meghan like chuckling and taking a bite of the food that Gwyneth has made them.
Now, let me tell you, while I never thought these two had beef, I never expected to see them sitting at Gwyneth's dining room table.
No, same, especially because people had said they both live in Montecito, and it was said that they've never met, or if they've met, they're not friends. So that just points to like the opposite.
Or I actually think that like I could see Gwyneth saying that thing in her Vanity Fair or whatever it was that got taken out of context. I could see Gwyneth having reached out, being like, by the way, I didn't say this. I know you live nearby. If you want to like come over for coffee and chat, like I think you're great. And I could actually see like people thinking that they were not friendly with one another, bringing them together, having been the thing.
I totally agree. That's how I saw it go down too, like a clarification text message. Hey, let's get together.
Yeah, having my people call your people.
Yeah.
Now, it takes a lot to shock me. I was genuinely shocked.
I thought she was just turning it to like her assistant or something.
Well, by the way, if you watch the Q&A, she's doing it at the same kitchen table like the whole day. And she was asked a question about being like a female founder. And she's like, oh, well, I'm actually sitting here with my partner. And they turn the camera to the partner who's sitting like in Meghan's seat at the time. And they answer this question about like being a woman in business. So when she turned the camera, I thought she was going back to her partner.
Yeah. Do you think Gwyneth will do her podcast of Confessions of a Female Founder?
That's a really good question because Gwyneth has a podcast, a very successful podcast. Nikki Glazer's actually on it this week. I was seeing clips that actually looked like I wanted to watch it.
I feel like when you have a podcast, you're more inclined to do a podcast.
Or like if you're going to do it, do you want it on your podcast or on the other person's podcast?
Well, sometimes then you do a pod swap in a situation like that.
Yeah, I feel like celebrities at this tier, like we're getting one, not two pod swaps. You know what I mean?
I don't know if they have two in them.
I agree. I think that it would be great for Meghan to go on the Goop podcast to promote her own podcast and all of her brands.
I agree with that.
And I think for Gwyneth, like she's the more established podcaster and business person here. I think she should host.
Yes. And then also, did you hear the trailer for Confessions of a Female Founder? It dropped 2 days ago, yesterday.
I didn't watch it with sound because I saw the trailer and I saw that Meghan is not recording in a studio. She's recording with people on Zoom and a podcast microphone, giving COVID. And I really realized kind of the level of effort being put into this project. And if she's not going to put in the effort, I'm not going to put in the effort to watching the trailer. Like, I was really disappointed. Like, female founders, I thought we were going to see them all looking parchy together in a studio. Where are the clips? No, Zoom? What is it, 2020?
That's really crazy. And if you're doing Zoom, you better get the best guests ever because there's no reason why you can't. There's no scheduling conflict.
Yep.
I listened in the podcast app, so I had the podcasting experience.
You had the audio experience. I had the visual. So together, we had one full thing.
And I found it really impossible to finish even just the trailer. It was just really... it was really difficult. And I didn't even know who we're talking to. Who was she talking to? Anyone we know?
Right. That's the thing. Like, what I saw.
Did she show people?
It was just the back of her computer.
Okay. So I don't even know who we're talking to. And then it's all these, like, tropes of just, like, cliche shit. And maybe that's the trailer. I'll just keep giving her chances. But I couldn't finish the trailer, else to say.
No, and it's like with podcasting, it's like she's almost always there, but not quite. Like, even with RHOBH, what was it called? Archetypes. She didn't do video, which, like, in this day and age, your podcast doesn't exist if you don't have a video. And she had these premium people, but a lot of it was like
smartless.
Literally, unless you're smartless. She had all these premium guests who she wasn't recording with in person. There were all these, like, pre-taped segments to, like, fill airtime. So she was almost there. She got the guests. She didn't really quite get the content, and the video wasn't there. So this time around, I really thought, because what she's doing is just kind of mimicking other successful ways of making money online. Like, she has the affiliates and she's doing Instagram content, but she's doing it all at, like, she's operating at a bad level. It's like the Instagram stories are blurry. Now we're getting Zoom podcasting. Like, Lemonada would stand for this. I find that shocking.
Oh, Lemonada had, like, a pargy intro in the beginning.
What was it? Like, this, you are listening to a Lemonada podcast.
Something like that, but it was, like, so Lemonada. Can I play it? Mm-hmm. I feel like they will love that.
You will love it.
Lemonada.
That's it?
That's it. Like, you're at a spa.
Whose voice was that? Megan or no? Just like...
No, I think that's like Lemonada's CEO.
Thing. The CEO of Lemonada.
Bum, bum, bum.
I liked that. Short and sweet.
Yeah, like you're at a spa.
So I don't think, especially now knowing what we know about the level of production, I don't think Gwyneth will be going on Female Founding Podcast Fathers, whatever it's called. But I do think we could see Meghan on Goop. Have you seen the Goop podcast? It's pargy. Like, literally the sick studio. It's so Gwyneth's aesthetic, like very neutral beige, like really high quality video, high quality audio. It's what you come to expect from a billionaire who's doing a podcast.
Yeah. So that's the latest. We'll see what's next.
Yeah.
Are you ready for our next story, which is actually some crazy influencer news that dropped yesterday that has the Jewish world in a tizzy?
Oh my God, Izzy.
That Alix Earle sued a British fitness brand, Gymshark, for $1 million after it axed her sponsorship deal over, quote, pro-Israel views. So Gymshark, which is a British fitness brand, has settled a claim for $1 million from Alix Earle after they allegedly axed her sponsorship deal over online criticism of her pro-Israel views. She filed allegations against the company at the High Court, arguing it owed her the equivalent of £770,000 in damages for terminating the deal prematurely. So Alix Earle on October 7th.
No, this is so crazy because what one brand, like this brand perceived Alix Earle as being like radically pro-Israel, and they found that so offensive, right? Whereas if you remember at the time, I was very invested in like what people were posting on social media because this was like sort of the craziest thing to happen to my people in my lifetime. Mm-hmm. And I remember seeing Alix post like a story just being like right after October 7th happened. So there was no war, like, there was no retaliation.
It was on October 7th. It was that morning. I think the terrorists were still in the country.
Right. Like rape, murder. It was so not a controversial thing at the time to even say like praying for all the people getting murdered and raped. Like it really wasn't.
And so she just posted that card. I think it was the same one that Kylie posted.
It's like a blue sky and a flag.
And it said, "We stand with the people of Israel," something like that.
So
which is like
honestly,
what you post about anything when something happens in the world. That's usually the textbook. Like, we stand with LA, we stand with Paris. Anytime there's a tragedy, we stand with them. Okay.
And I remember being like, oh, okay. Like me, my bar is so high. I'm like, oh, she's phoning it in a little bit. And then she ended up deleting it because I assume she got so much backlash, which is fucking crazy. Now, we now know 2 years later, there was even more backlash. And I'm sure part of the reason why she deleted it is because she had this $1 million deal and the brand is like coming at her neck for posting something completely innocuous. And honestly, good. Like, I stand before, like, I happen to love Alix Earle. I think she's like so cute and adorable. Now I know she has a backbone and like, there's nothing you could say to make me dislike this girl.
Yeah, no, she did take it down, which at the time we were really hard on her for, and I feel bad about that now because I know where her heart is at, and it's with the people of Israel. And so then when she was like asked to clarify on comments, she was like, my heart continues to be with everyone who has been impacted by these horrifying acts of terrorism. She said, like, people are getting raped and murdered. Like, I'm against that.
It was so not a crazy stance.
No,
Like,
not at all. But the fact that then she didn't like swing the other way and post just to appease people, like, that is what we would call a backbone in this day and age, and that she's not letting this brand get away with terminating her contract, and she won.
The fact that she then pursued legally, which she has every right to do, and the fact that she won is like proof that the law was on her side and that the brand acted like in breach of contract. But I think a lot of people maybe wouldn't have pursued the legal route because it creates a bigger story. And I'm sure this like little, this moment of backlash is not something she wants to become a national news story. And when you do sue someone, like, look, we're talking about it now it's a story, it's back in the news, even though this is 2 years old. So I think a lot of people would have avoided that because she makes a lot of money, and I know $1 million is like a lot of money, but when you're at that level, like, it's not $1 million to you.
I know it's like one
different
brand deal in a sea of brand deals, and I didn't even know she does stuff with Gymshark. She has so many more like prominent brands that she does. She might have been able to let this go, but no, like, on principle, and also give me my money.
1,000%.
Yeah.
So, like, respect.
Yeah. She had said at the time, I'm shattered over the inexcusable, disgusting, disrespectful torturing of women, children, babies, and so many others. There are no words to describe a tragedy of this magnitude and the mass devastation it has caused.
I feel like I need to, no, not me placing an order at sipmargs.com. Like, how can I support?
I think we need to sip on some sipmargs.com.
I think we do too. After, of course, we sip on some spritzsociety.com. Ben's going to kill us.
No, but it's different. She does margaritas. We do wine.
She does tequila. Like, we do wine.
It's so different. Couldn't be the same.
Like, subscribe, comment, rate, review, whatever I can do to support this queen.
Yeah, and also not her like putting this brand on blast, because I don't really know this one, but I actually had just seen like yesterday before this a video of this girl. She had was taking before and after selfies at the gym because she was losing weight, and she's wearing these Gymshark leggings, and they are like flesh colored. And they are meant to be like pink camo, but it seriously looks like she's naked. And it's horrible. And she's like, they're horrible. And she actually dyes them at home, like on her kitchen
that's
top,
funny.
like to make them black. And it was just like the opposite of a good ad for Gymshark. So it's just a bad day for Gymshark. But that's what happens when you're bad.
Things I won't be purchasing, Gymshark.
Like, seriously.
Not that I go to the gym.
She's such a queenie for this.
I was shocked when I heard this story. I thought for sure it was like fake news, and then I Googled it, and it was like legal. It's in the UK, so it hasn't really hit like American media so hard, but it was in all like the Daily Mail, the Independent.
Yeah.
Because it's happening over there.
Yeah, because when I was looking for stories this morning, I didn't see it anywhere, and then I remembered that I wanted to talk about it, and I had to go and look for it.
Right.
But go off, queen.
Queen, sipmargs.com.
Sipmargs.com. They look so amazing tasting.
I'm drinking my coffee, but I wish it was a Sip Marg.
And I'm going to be listening to Hot Mess on repeat.
I fucking love that podcast. You know, actually, I really love that sister, Ashton. I just started following her on all platforms. She's got something
Ashton
too.
Or an Alex?
That's a really good question.
What are their dynamics? Like, if you had to apply them to us, who's who? I just assume that I'm Ashton. She seems like the one that's like, Alex is like fun and outgoing.
No, they both really are, but like we just know Alex better. They're very similar.
Ashton seems
Alex
like
is older,
more sober, not in an alcohol sense, but just in like a, the little sister who's growing up fast.
To be honest, like I don't know enough about their like personalities. Yeah, but I stan.
Our next story, some new music news. Something that's been in the works for a while has been announced that Miley has announced her visual album, Something Beautiful, with a release date. So Miley has announced her upcoming visual album called Something Beautiful, which is releasing on May 30th. Though details surrounding the record are scarce, she revealed that her 9th album will feature 13 original tracks and is executive produced by her and Sean Everett.
I just feel like I need to use this as an opportunity to speak my truth.
Okay, but let me just give a few more details. She also revealed the album cover, which is a artsy shot of her in a Mugler couture, and it's 13 songs with accompanying music videos, making it a visual album, and it will tell some story. It's some like pop opera.
Right, because that brings me back to my truth.
I know.
What is a visual album? And like, we need to stop coming up with new words. So you're making music videos for your songs. Like,
but I think like each music video relates back to another. Like, I think it's like one long music video.
So it's a movie.
But it's, I guess, a visual album.
So it's a musical.
Kind of like Kelsey Ballerini's. Was that a visual album?
Was there a
Penthouse
video for every single song?
Yeah, but it was short songs.
But it was an EP, so it was like 6. Yeah,
it was a visual EP.
I know when I think of visual, I feel like the term visual album came from Beyonce's Lemonade.
Yeah.
And when she did it, it was like revolutionary. And now I just feel like people are trying to be different. Now, this is not me hating on Miley, because I do want to say this is the first time I feel like Miley's released an album where I feel like I'm really at a place to not like sleep on it and not.
You want to accept it.
I want to understand it. Like, I want to really dive into it. I feel like for me, but also for her, she's at a great place of joy and understanding. And I feel like she really knows who she is. And I'm actually
herself.
Exactly. I'm ready to show up for her in a way that I can be proud of.
I agree. And there's been like whispers about her new album for a while now. And so this is like what we've gotten. And I'm also just like a little worried. I don't want to doubt her, but like it does look very artsy, avant-garde, like Lady Gaga, like above my pay grade a little bit. Like,
I hate shit like that.
And then veering a little bit like towards Dead Pets. I'm just like, that's my concern. Not in like but just in like a very extreme sort of way. I don't know, but like what I was seeing wasn't like, oh my God, I need to see this. Now maybe it's something I will grow into and I need to like mature in my understanding of art, but it looked a little bit out of my reach.
And does it look like so different than the previous era of like Flowers?
Yeah, it's like very punk.
I know I used to be crazy.
It's very punk, hard, like you know, metal, like.
Is it closer to like Glass Hearts or whatever whatever that album was called?
It's not Flowers. It's not like stripped down.
Malibu.
It's honestly, it feels like something from Lady Gaga, like with the sharp edges, chiseled cheekbones, no eyebrows. Which, by the way, I love no eyebrow representation. More of that.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. I mean, I'm going to reserve judgment.
Same.
And show up in a meaningful way.
Same. I just like, that was I thought that's what you were going to say, which is like just the initial visuals, like just feel like out of my grasp.
It looked like monochromatic to me, like black, white.
As a piece of uncultured swine.
Yes, of course.
Who just wants everything served to me in a digestible way.
Yeah, like palatable, like for idiots.
Yeah, like kids bop.
Literally.
Mm-hmm. So I will, of course, support her, and I love her dearly, and I'm rooting for her. And I agree, she's in a great place right now, so I don't think this is like a work of a madman.
No. Sometimes like when someone's really like not in a good place, but also like has no sense of self, and they just like put shit together being like, this is me. And we like, it comes off very confusing for the fans, contrived. And so I feel like with this last year, like Miley's been like in a really stable, happy relationship. She's had a lot of success when I feel like she wasn't really trying so hard. I feel like she was trying really hard for a while and like people weren't noticing. So she was just like, fuck it, and was writing music like just that she felt like writing. And that's how we got Flowers. That's how we got Used to Be Young. And that's where she got her Grammys. And so I want more of that.
Used to Be Young. Don't sleep on
that song is so fucking pargy.
I know. I love it.
It like is one of those. It's almost in the category of songs that like are. If you think about them too hard, you'll start to cry.
Yeah. Oh my God, I was listening to an old Sam Hunt song yesterday because he had
which one?
2016. Do you know it? It came out like
the song is called 2016.
Yeah, and it came out in like 2020. And it's just like all about his regrets. And I remember I listened to it all throughout COVID. So maybe that's why it was making me emo, because it was like just I was reminded of. I think it was like the first song on Quarantines. Mm-hmm. But like it's such a pargy song, and it's like just something about it's like so sad, like about everything he would do differently.
No, sometimes like songs.
I drive 1,000 miles to your house, walking like I walked out. Put
Oh, wait.
the tears
Did you say
back
Sam
in your
Smith?
eyes. Sam Smith.
Oh my God, I was like so confused because I'm like, she is, I think, misgendering Sam Smith, and I really don't know how we're going to navigate this. And I was like, also, I didn't know that Jackie listens to Sam Smith. I was so confused. I drive 1,000 miles to your house. I fucking love that song. And you know I hate Sam Hunt. Lot the tears back from your eyes. Yeah, of course I fucking know 2016, bitch.
Okay, I'm glad we're on the same page, and you guys should listen to it. And let me know if it's like so good because of quarantine or because it's just so good.
Phew.
You're like sitting there not listening to me because you know we're cutting it out.
And I was going to correct you, but I actually don't know Sam Smith's pronouns. So I was just like.
That's why it's just Sam Smith.
Right. And Sam said,
yeah.
And Sam did.
Oh, and then is it
Sam
like
Hunt? Yes, it is the first song on Quarantines. I know exactly what you're talking about. And I like that song too.
Listen to it again. Like it really hits like fresh.
In Case You Don't Live Forever by Ben Platt is, of course.
That's like seriously hit the red button, like for like emotional destruction.
Yeah. And then there's an Andy Grammer song I like can't listen to without crying.
Interesting.
Is it called like I'm Yours or something? I'm not sure. And of course, if I'm on a plane, the list gets bigger. But
Of course. And it's just every song. Are you ready for our fourth story?
Yeah. Fuck it, you know?
Shailene Woodley has a new man.
I know.
She was spotted cozy in Paris with Lucas Bravo, who is from Emily in Paris.
Yeah. Gabrielle, the chef.
Are people like dying over this?
No.
Aren't they dying over Gabrielle?
So he is very much, I feel, like the big. You know how every Michael Patrick King show has like an Aiden and a Big, a Josh and a Charles, a Gabrielle, and what's the other guy's name? I have stopped watching the show. I feel like his name's Alvin.
It's not Alvin.
I'm telling you.
I don't think it's Alvin.
Or his name is Alvin in real life. Hold on, Emily. Now I need to know. Alfie, okay? I was close.
It's so different.
And so for me, when I saw this picture of Luca Brazzi, and Shailene, my first thought was, wow, he's much more handsome in the show. Not to be rude. Second of all, I guess Aaron and Shailene are never getting back together.
But I just want to say this actually bodes well for them because he looks just like Aaron. Like I know, like you probably don't think like, oh, that guy from Emily in Paris, the chef, looks like Aaron Rodgers. But in this picture, maybe even he looks like Aaron, and that's like TMZ's headline, like she's with Aaron's lookalike.
The funny thing about Shailene is like she's this otherworldly type of queen, right? You know, she gave up all of her material items. She like doesn't wear shoes. She probably like doesn't wear deodorant either. But she like won't give up like the star, you know? Like a girl like that you think would be dating, you know, kind of what Lana Del Rey did. She married like a crocodile hunter. And you think Shailene Woodley would date like, you know, a professional hiker or something.
Yeah, like a marine biologist.
Right. Her vice is like famous hot men. And she's not giving it up, even though she's given up all her other worldly items. And I kind of love that about her.
Yeah, but maybe she like tells herself that she's kind of with men, even though they're heartthrobs. I don't know anything about Lucas, but like Aaron.
There's really not a lot to know.
Aaron was also of that ilk of like, you know,
rugged,
ayahuasca, living on the earth. Like,
yeah, but they're both still a part of like the corporate Hollywood evil, greedy machine.
But like, it's probably nice for her that she had someone that she could like relate to. Now she hasn't taken it all the way, of course.
Yeah.
But I feel like she does sort of seek out people who are naturalists, such as herself.
Yeah. But if she was a true naturalist, like she'd be dating a camp counselor. You know what I mean?
Of course. But maybe she's not true. You know, maybe you could just be
that's
like
fine.
half something.
Some of us are just not true, and that's fine.
No, but like you could be like a little bit something, or even a lot of it, but not all the way.
Yeah. Maybe she's just a little bit natural. I'm a little bit natural.
And also, maybe like that's where she'll end up. Maybe she's on that journey to end up.
Right.
Maybe that's her true love.
As long as you're ascending, not descending.
Yeah.
In your naturalism.
Is a hiking tour guide.
You think Shailene Woodley takes Advil?
No. I don't think Aaron Rodgers takes Advil.
I mean, he gets injured. Like, I think you need to.
I don't know. I just feel like he goes like and runs on a treadmill underwater instead.
That's like funny to me when people won't take Advil, but they'll take ayahuasca. Like, okay, pop off.
No, that I understand that sort of. It's like of the earth.
I guess.
I don't know, but Advil, I don't know. I'm not interested in like, do they take Advil? Because I feel like Advil also low-key doesn't work. Like, do you take Xanax?
Advil definitely works. I can tell you as somebody who's been dependent on it her whole life.
Some people's problems are too big for Advil.
1,000%. Of course, who comes
like
to mind?
Achilles.
Devin from Love is Blind.
A torn Achilles is too big for Advil.
Did you see that Devin from Love is Blind did actually comment on the ibuprofen abuse, being like, no, you guys.
By the way, no, I didn't see that.
He was like, you guys misunderstood. And I was like, oh, okay, thank God. And then he explained it, and it was like, oh, no, we understood. What you just said is exactly what we thought.
Oh, okay, but what did he think?
You abused Advil. I think people thought he was like getting crunk on Advil. No, we never thought that because we know you can't. We just thought that like you were using Advil as like a crutch for your pain instead of, like fixing it. And he's like, yeah, that's what I was doing.
Cool.
Like, okay, thanks for clarifying.
So you agree? You think you're really pretty?
So you agree? You think you're addicted to Advil?
Are you ready for our fifth and final story that will lead into our TV recap?
If it's our fifth and final story that will lead into our TV recap, that's brought to you by Primal Kitchen.
Yes.
Let's talk about real food for a minute. We all know we should be eating more real whole foods, but really who has the time to do that, especially when it comes to like condiments. Okay, so now we have to make all of our sauces, our salad dressings from home? No. Also, like reading every ingredient in the grocery aisle, who has time? I'm very busy today. So that's why we love Primal Kitchen and their condiments. They have nailed the perfect combination of high quality ingredients and delicious flavors, so your meals will taste as real and homemade as it gets. They're not just made from real ingredients, they're also made for real food eating. So they've got buffalo sauce, they've got ranch dressing, they've got ketchup, because all of these condiments that we really can't live without. My husband always says life is about the proper dipping sauce. He has literally a sauce with every meal. But the sort of eating well, healthy world hasn't taken on the condiments yet, and Primal Kitchen is just covering it from top to bottom.
No one else should enter the space like Primal Kitchen.
They've got it covered. Mm-hmm. They really do. Ben loves their ranch, and Ben is very particular about sauces. You know him; he's like not willing to give up his faves. But we have started to make a real impact, and I'm very excited about it. So if you're all about real food, but you need a little help making it exciting, you need Primal Kitchen condiments and sauces in your life. They're made with real ingredients that we love. It's your secret weapon for making easy dinners of just protein and veggies taste amazing. So head to primalkitchen.com/thetoast to save 20% off your next online order with code TOAST at checkout. That's PRIMAL kitchen.com/thetoast. Our code is TOAST. Primal Kitchen products are also available in stores nationwide. So visit primalkitchen.com/thetoast to find a location nearest you. Today's episode is also brought to you by Quince. Vacation season is almost upon us. We're planning our summer trips. We're really excited about it. And this year, treat yourself to the luxury upgrades that you deserve with Quince's high-quality travel essentials, but at fair prices. So they have lightweight European linen styles from just $30, washable silk tops, comfy lounge sets, which are great to travel in, with premium luggage options and stylish tote bags to carry all of your Pargy new items with. The best part about Quince is that, as you guys know, their items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. So you're getting really high quality clothing, luggage. They really have all different categories. I just got Quince curtains that I'm really excited about. And they're all made really well, like high-end, good quality fabrics, but like you're comparing it to high-end designers and they're literally the same quality, but they're cost 50 to 80% less. They do that by partnering directly with top factories. They then cut out the cost of the middleman, and then they pass those savings on to the customer, which, like, as a customer, I really appreciate. Thank you. They also only work with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices, plus premium fabrics and finishes, which we love. So you can feel good knowing like you're investing in luxury, but at a more, respectable price, but you're also doing good for the world. It's really a win-win. For your next trip, treat yourself to the luxe upgrades that you deserve from Quince and go to quince.com/toast for 365-day returns plus free shipping on your order. That's QUINCE.com/toast to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/toast.
Thank you, /turt.
You're welcome.
Our fifth and final story. So Erika Jayne and Boz were on Watch What Happens Live last night, and they shaded Garcelle for quitting Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after the explosive reunion. So
by the way, like, we reported Garcelle leaving yesterday, and we were like, why? Turns out, like, everyone hates Garcelle. Not one of them liked or commented on her announcement of her leaving, except for Jennifer Tilly. We got the trailer for the reunion. She like storms off. So clearly something happened.
And I just want to say, like, we called it yesterday. Like, that video was lacking a lot.
Something,
a reason to tear. Like, okay, that's all really nice. Why are you leaving? And now we know more. So we saw the trailer for the reunion where it seems like now that there's this breagus between her and Sutton, that she's kind of
like
on an
burn it
island.
to the ground. Yeah,
because the reason for the breagus with Sutton is because Sutton wants to be a part of the larger group more, and you know, starting with Kyle. And so then if she's successful in that kind of leaves like Garcelle on this hater island alone. And it seems like that's where she is.
She ends up.
The reunion, and I also think like in her confessionals this season, Garcelle's always shady, but she was pretty shady. So she has a lot to answer for at the reunion, like just a lot of like comments and stuff. So I imagine she had a hard time. She storms off. She says, "Fuck you all."
Sutton doesn't have her back.
She did not take a cast photo, they said, on Watch What Happens Live, and they knew she was going to quit after that. And so he asked, like, what are your thoughts on Garcelle quitting? They both, like, just sort of smirked and, like, wouldn't say anything. And he's like, you guys have no thoughts on it, neither of you. And after Erika urged Bose to say something, Bose said, look, I'm disappointed that she's departing after the reunion. I wish she would have stuck around to work out another season. Then Erika said that she knew Garcelle would quit the show after she stormed off the reunion and refused to take the cast photo.
Well, the thing is actually about Garcelle, whereas there's a couple of like dynamics at play. I actually do agree with her when it comes to Sutton. Like Sutton is such a loser for like not wanting to give up these women who don't like her. They don't have a good relationship and really aren't there for her in the way that Garcelle shows up really meaningfully as a friend for Sutton. So she's like totally justified when it comes to Sutton. But I do wish she didn't let herself get so alienated from the other couch because she needed more support and she didn't get it because she planted all of her flags in Sutton, and Sutton was like a terrible friend.
No,
and I wouldn't be surprised if they're not friends anymore.
She could have maintained decent friendships with other people by not always having Sutton's back. Like she could have had a friendship-ish with Erika and Kyle and not let Sutton's fights become her own, because then when Sutton solves those issues, like Garcelle is
left with the anger.
They're alone. Yeah. And I also thought it was so interesting the whole time they're like, Kyle doesn't have Sutton's back, like Sutton has Kyle's back, and they're all like talking about this, how Kyle's not a good friend to Sutton. And I'm thinking like, yeah, Kyle doesn't have Sutton's back. That's not what a friend does.
And then Kyle very reasonably explains why.
And then they bring it up to her finally, and she's like, why the fuck would I have her back? Like, I don't agree with what she's saying in these instances. She literally drilled in on me last season, like, why? And they're like, because she really cares about you. Kyle's like, that's not my fucking problem. Like, it's
1000%.
so funny. It's actually really funny to hear it from Kyle. It's like, wait, she's upset about me? Like, why? Get over it.
The only good point that Sutton made on last night's episode was that, because what everyone's saying about her is true. I don't think it was like this coordinated attack. It's just like they all came to the realization of the truth together. Like, I don't think it was a big deal. But she's like, it is annoying. Like, and she did say it like this way. She said it in a dumber way. But her point was valid in that, like, Erika can't let go of the interrogation of the LA Times article. And she's right. Like, that's her trauma. That's her truth. Whatever. But Sutton was not the only one at the time who was like asking questions. She was the most direct. She was kind of the face of the movement. But Kyle and a little bit Dorit were like, you know, under the surface. And then, of course, the conversation with the husbands. So I think they've worked it out. But like, she holds almost no resentment to Kyle and Dorit, and all of it on Sutton. And that's not 100% fair.
Agreed. As much as I'm an Erika apologist now, it's crazy to think that all of that could have happened with Erika and it wasn't going to be mentioned or people weren't going to ask questions. So I feel like the way that Kyle and Dorit like asked questions, didn't push her too hard, didn't get her to a place where she would have to say something that might violate legal things. Sutton did that though. Like
that's what like a friend would do who also needs to do their job.
Right. The idea that no one's going to talk about it is crazy. It was the biggest story in the country. Yeah. It's a crazy thing that happened. Yeah. For a while, it was not clear if Erika knew about any of this. So like we do have to kind of get to the bottom of it. The way that Sutton went about it, like never letting Erika breathe, was completely different.
Yeah, and not what like a friend does.
No, that's what an enemy does. Not even a passerby. That's an enemy that just like can't give you one pleasant meal without bringing it up. And I understand, like at the time she was asking a lot of questions at which people wanted to know. But if you care more about your relationship with Erika than you do care about pleasing the viewers,
relationship with the fans,
right? Then you might have backed off a little bit.
Now, did you have any idea that last night's episode was the finale?
I did, because they said this season on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
I had no idea. They're on the beach dancing, and then it says Dorit and Piquet. What? I was shocked. I don't remember a time in recent history where they've ended on a trip.
Yeah, but I'm ready. Like, even this trip was just a regurgitation of the fights of the season. There's nothing new here. We need a reunion. We need Coombs afresh. So I'm excited for the reunion next week, and I'm ready to like get up to speed on what's been going on in the ladies' lives.
Same. The 1 month later Tom Girardi update was not necessary. I literally don't care. Like I think we decrepit.
Were on break that week because it was like late August. So I think that was like the one summer week that we took off because I was like, did we even talk about this?
It's just like we know he's guilty. Okay, fine. He's legally guilty now. He's like a decrepit old man in a nursing home. He has not $1 to his name. Like it's sort of like who cares? Like I didn't think it was worth picking the cameras up again. And I feel like it was sort of emblematic of the entire season where like nothing really happened. They're making a lot of mountains out of molehills. And that's exactly what that whole 1 month later thing was for me.
Yeah.
Now, I love to see my two queens, Erika and Boz, being besties on Watch What Happens Live. Like, I couldn't love Boz more if I tried. I just think she's such a great addition. And I loved that she got everybody to dress up in last night's episode. Like, everybody went full balls to the wall for the carnival theme. Like, old, young. I mean, these women look amazing. Yeah, it's insane.
Really
They're in their 50s and 60s. Like, it's fucking crazy. They looked so great. It was so fun. She really planned a good trip. I think she's a great housewife. I'm 100% sure she'd be asked back. I don't see why she wouldn't be. And so that was a great addition on Bravo's part.
Yeah. No, she's been great. And the trip looked fun. We'll see what happens who they replace Garcelle with. But it's crazy that Garcelle left because of alienation and not just, in my son's high school year.
Yeah. And it does make her look a little silly that she dropped it like right before the trailer because it's like you like clearly lied, you know?
Yeah. It makes her look silly.
Yeah. But it is, I think, like a cautionary tale for women who go on the show because a lot of times people do find success in being like a mouthpiece and being like a sidekick, almost not a sidekick, a part of a dynamic duo. And when your whole personality is your friendship, it's very Danielle from Summer House. Like you're literally Lindsay's mouthpiece and you're known for fighting Lindsay's battles. And it's like, well, where did that get you? You're not on the show anymore. You need to really establish an identity outside of like that one friendship and make meaningful connections with other women.
Yeah, but I just feel like it didn't have to be this way for Garcelle whatsoever.
No.
Like, I mean, Danielle is like, not even apples to apples because Garcelle has like a huge personality. She has a lot of strong opinions. Like she's not just like mimicking what Sutton says, you know, like she can fend for herself. So I don't know why this season she really just pigeonholed herself into being like Sutton's backup.
Yeah, it was a bad call.
And didn't like pursue relationships with the other women.
It wouldn't have been too late if she had done it this season.
No, not at all. She could have like struck up a friendship with Boz and maybe not Dorit because like I think she actually fucking hates Dorit.
Dislikes.
Like truly those two like actually more than Sutton and Dorit dislike each other. Like Dorit and Garcelle like oil and water.
And I know I said this yesterday. Oh, sorry.
Like she could have worked on her friendship with
1,000 through Sutton.
And it was so crazy because Sutton, like the way that she was framing everything, and they actually showed, I mean, there was too much flashback footage. It's like we just all saw this.
But that editor really has it out for Sutton.
Well, they said, like, they were showing how everyone attacked Sutton. They were showing all those different, they showed 9 frames of people attacking Sutton. And then they also showed 9 frames of Sutton attacking other women. And the things that Sutton is saying is so much worse than
horrible
the things that the other women are saying. Like, it's crazy that Sutton really sees herself as this victim when it's like, no, you give it right to them. Like, you start so much shit.
I know. And that's why I feel what I said yesterday, and I felt it even more on last night's episode. It's like Sutton is the lightning rod of this group, right? She's on the outs and she says the crazy things. And there's always somebody like that. And they frustrate you and they're annoying, but they make the show good. And I just feel like she's really not a worthy, like, she's not a good lightning rod.
No,
she's weak. She cries. She doesn't, like, I feel like we're going to continue on with this Sutton storyline for the next, because it's like, it is the storyline. And I don't find her interesting. I'm actually really ready for her to leave. She's like the opposite of Lisa Rinna, where it's like, you could say what you want now about Lisa Rinna, but like, she was interesting.
No, she was tough.
And she was wild. Like, and she had a backbone. Like Sutton is just here one day, there the next. It's boring and it's just not, she's not a good villain.
Yeah. Lisa Rinna also though, like with some, it just felt like she would say anything to.
Yes. There was a point where she was really nuts.
Yeah. So that wasn't always the greatest, but we'll see what happens at the reunion now that everyone has said seeing what everyone else has said and what's been going on all season. Like,
Right. I liked that Erika responded on Watch What Happens Live because Garcelle, you're right, has been like particularly shady in all of her confessionals this season. And she said something really fucking nasty last night out of nowhere. Like in her confessionals, she was talking about Erika. She's like, well, you know, I married for love. She married for money. Okay, first of all, we weren't even talking about marriage. Like, I don't know why, objection, relevance. And Andy asked if Erika wanted to respond to that. And she was like, yeah, we both married like ugly old white men and we both got cheated on. So at least I had the money. It was a good response. Because I also thought it was a weird thing for Garcelle to say, it would have been made more sense if she was still married to that person. Like, look, you married for love and look what you got, a beautiful relationship. You didn't get anything, you got cheated on. So why are you bragging about that?
It
was a great response. It was a great response.
That is really, really funny. And then next week at the reunion, like they talk obviously about the Sutton wallet comment, and then Dorit is like to Sutton, like, you act like you live like the Queen of Sheba. You live off a main road.
And you know what? We brought that up, and I'm glad somebody did. Now, there are a lot of rumors like Dorit hasn't been able to pay her glam people for like them doing her makeup for the reunion. So it is the pot calling the kettle black, but somebody needed to say it.
I don't know. She could get on Cameo and pay off her glam bill.
And she should. I'd pay for one. Yeah. My sister Jax loves sourdough and Bruno. And I just want to say, we are tracking for an Asafi. So just keeping that in mind.
Oh, yeah. And I'm good to go. That's all from us.
Tomorrow, Jax and I are going to be in person in our new Paris studio. And we've got a big weekend of things. Well, we have big latter half things. Jax is coming to town. We'll be recording in person. We are recording actually a guest interview. You know, we don't really do guest interviews, but an opportunity came across our desk.
Nikki Blonsky.
Oh, thank you so much for reminding me.
They passed.
Nikki Blonsky passed. They're like, her team passed. I'm like, okay, so her? She responded, no.
She's so wrong for that. She would have an amazing time.
She would. And also, it's really not smart to alienate two of your biggest fans, you know?
No.
Like OG fans.
No, not at all. Who are like getting you more cameos, who are saying you to up your price. Like,
yeah, who are championing you long before everyone else started.
Yeah.
And everybody is kind of laughing at her right now. We are laughing with her.
100%.
Or we were up until her passing on our show.
Not cool, Nikki.
So we've got a photo shoot.
So we've got the next big thing. Next big thing.
Yeah, right. We could get Nikki Blonsky, so we got, you're going to say, and you guys are really going to be shocked.
The same, but different.
Very, very, very similar. That's our show, you guys. Thank you so much for listening to the Toast Monday Morning Show, where we deliver the fast five stories you need to know every Monday through Friday on YouTube. So you're watching us on YouTube, please. Come on.
Give it up.
Feel free to subscribe.
Give it up,
don't be cheap. Feel free to subscribe. It's free. It's free.
Even Claudia would do it.
Only if somebody gifted me a sponsorship. No kidding. Thank you guys. We're Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Radio, iRadio, Castbox, all the places where we listen to podcasts. Find us at Toast, 5-star review, beautiful, sounding, and wickedly talented we are.
Love ya. Bye.